I'm John Hinkle, Senior Pastor of First Presbyterian Church here in downtown Murfreesboro on the corner of College and Spring. This is your Saturday morning preview of Sunday morning service, and this Sunday is the fourth Sunday of Advent. It is nothing but downhill from here till Christmas Eve. And speaking of Christmas Eve, I've already looked at the weather. I thought it was going to be raining Christmas Eve. It will not, according to my weather app on my phone. It should be a balmy, like Christmas Day, should be a balmy 74 degrees. I had to turn on the air condition. All that being said, on this fourth Sunday of Advent, we are continuing our series of sermons exploring Luke's account of that first Christmas. This Sunday, we are looking at Luke chapter 2, verses 8 through 20. I think I got that last bit right. Well, it's right here. Let me look. Yeah, chapter 20, verse 20. So Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 20. I'm pat myself on the back. Got that right. It's the story of the angel and the heavenly host coming to those shepherds out in the fields. One of the things that I think we have made very clear, and I think I've made very clear in my, all my time here as a minister, is that Christmas is not something to be domesticated. And somebody asked me the other day, well, what does that mean? It means Christmas is meant to be out of our control. It's not something for us to manage. It's not some nativity scene that we set up in our homes. Christmas is wild, W-I-L-D, wild. It comes to us out of our control. And I think sometimes we want to domesticate Christmas because of this very reason, right? It's not us coming to God, it's God coming to us. And we know that, like, nowhere do we see this kind of more, I think, than in the angel coming to the shepherds. If you got a Christmas card of that, it looks like, they're just calmly looking up into the heavens. But man, the message that the angel brings in the heavenly host is not necessarily this peaceful, calming message. As a matter of fact, if you remember in the first Sunday of Advent, we talked about the angel Gabriel coming to Mary, and what were the very first words he said to them? Be not afraid. Well, it's not by chance. Those are the very first words the angel says to the shepherds. Be not afraid. And usually we say, hey, don't be afraid because the perception of fear is very real. And I think that's what's happening here. The perception of fear is very real for these shepherds. One of the books that I highly recommend, and I've quoted multiple times, is it's backwards. Jesus Through the Middle Eastern Eyes, by one of my all-time favorite church historians and theologians, Kenneth Bailey. And he talks about this kind of, how do we deconstruct the story so we don't domesticate it? And one of the things Bailey points out is that at night there was a lot to fear for the shepherds. We have this image like maybe the shepherds were sitting around a campfire singing campfire songs and making s'moras, or is it s'moras? That's how I say it. S'mores. Or, I don't know, sleeping. But as Kenneth Bailey points out, the night wasn't a time to sleep. It was a time to be awake and be on watch. Because in the daytime, that's when you could kind of rest, because you could see danger miles away, right? And so you let the sheep roam so that they can eat in the fields and not, destroy one section of the field, but spread out their feeding, their grazing. But when the sun is setting, that's when you bring all the sheep together. And the shepherds don't get to rest at night. They rest in the daytime. They take shifts in resting, but at night they all have to be awake. Why? Because you can't see the danger that's out there. And the angel comes to the shepherds and says, what? Be not afraid. So what is this message that the angel gives that makes us fearful? Well, the angel talks about the one who will bring peace, that peace that passes all understanding. But in order to receive the peace that Jesus brings, I think we need to be honest about it. It makes us a little uncomfortable, because in order for the peace of Jesus to take a hold of our lives, we have to surrender our lives to Jesus. Are you with me? And surrendering is pretty scary. So that's what we're going to be talking about this fourth Sunday of Advent. I thank you for all your comments. I received a great text this morning. It just really kind of lifted up my spirits and what I've been saying. It just kind of allowed me to know that what I am saying is resonating, and that's always kind of a good moment. Hey, we got a new super fan, Margaret Ann Pope, watches every Sunday. Hey, before we go, thank you, Margaret Ann. Let me just say that out. Remember, it's so important to like. That's the thumbs up button. Hit that. If you're watching this, just hit it. Thumbs up. It really does spread our message. It gets it out. So like, and hey, always subscribe. That's so important. Yeah, just lets us know that these messages that we bring to you on Saturday matter. So that's it. Margaret Ann, hey, Barry and Melanie, Savannah, maybe you'll get Ella to watch. I don't know. Marcy Richmond, hey, we'll see you this Sunday.